Hey, Shalom Market. All right. Wow. Just to give you an idea, well, first and foremost, call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Dash. All right. Double honors once again, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All right, who through the Spirit have taught and continue to teach us this truth. All right, with great humility. All right. This is not with the DC camp. Once again. Alright, this is another article from rawstory.com. And these devils, we keep telling you people, alright, and I'm referring to you Israelites out there, both northern and southern kingdom, you so-called Latinos, so-called North American Indians, alright, you so-called Negroes that make up the majority of the Southern Kingdom. That includes you people of the Caribbean and South America and scattered worldwide, alright, because that's part of the curse, alright, we're scattered all over the world. Don't be so caught up in looks, alright, because this is the spirit, alright. Anyway, it says Trump administration held back phone numbers and addresses that could have reunited separated migrant children with parents. How despicable. How despicable. But then again, who are you really dealing with? Alright, that's what we've been trying to tell you all along. It goes on to say the Trump administration has been holding back information, including telephone numbers and addresses of parents whose children they separated at the border. The administration, in a deliberate and planned program, intentionally broke apart migrant families to send a message to the others from Central America to not come to the United States. Wow, let me get this straight. So, going all the way back to 1492, October, so we just passed the 528-year mark. Alright. You've done nothing but slaughter and rob these people, alright, and amongst other things. You've taken everything from them, including their land, and those lands that you didn't outright steal, you propped up the leaders that you want to continue to do so to this day, alright. And on top of that, the people, because your policies, alright, you've destroyed and destabilized these countries, so they come up here to seek some sort of relief because of your wickedness, and you take their children from them, you separate them from their parents, you withhold information to where they can reunite. I mean, maybe it's just me, maybe it's, I don't know, but then you got the nerve to wonder why people hate you because of BS like this. Alright, again, you're dealing with someone that is an unjust individual. Let's get wow, I mean, this is just this is wow. See what we're trying to tell you? Alright, we're out there on the highways and byways, we're trying to wake our people up as to who they're dealing with. And in doing so, alright, we're also letting everybody else know who they're dealing with. This is Psalms chapter 43 verse 1. It says, "Judge me, O Most High Yahweh, and plead my cause against an ungodly nation," the nation of Edom, alright, who today are referred to as so-called white people. There's no one white on this earth, there's no one black. So they've got our people in that box, mentally, alright. "Oh, deliver me from the deceitful an unjust man. That's why we refer to him as a devil, because a devil just means a liar and deceiver. Wow. Verse 2. For thou art the God of my strength, why dost thou cast me off? Why go I mourning because of the oppression of the enemy? Why? Because of what we did and did not do. Alright? We decided that we were not going to obey the law, statutes, and commandments of our power. Alright? We did not want to be that example. We wanted to be friends of the world, as it were, the other nations. Alright? And did not want to uphold those things that were given to us by the Most High. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 4. We wanted to, oops, I didn't realize I did that. Maybe it still come out. Nope, sure didn't. We wanted to go our own way, alright? We thought we were like that. Now we're been getting our asses handed to us for untold number of generations. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. It says, Behold, I have taught you statutes and commandments, even as the Most High Yahweh my power commanded me, that ye should do so in a land whither ye go to possess it. Alright? Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. As an example, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. Let's jump to Deuteronomy. Well, and we'll read the next one. Verse 7. For what nation is there so great who hath the Most High so nigh to them as the Most High Yahweh our power is in all the things that we call upon him? And what nation is there so great and that hath statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before thee this day? That's what the nations were supposed to be saying about us. Well, what happened? Well, Deuteronomy 28 and 1, it says, And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High Yahweh thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Most High Yahweh thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Most High Yahweh thy power. Skipping down to 15, and you can read the whole thing at your leisure, but because of time, I'm going to skip down to points. It says, But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Most High Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. The field is the world. No matter where you go, these curses are going to follow you. Alright? Let's see. Verse 30, Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. Alright? Verse 32, Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine shall all thy eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. There you go. Alright? Let's get some others. Thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword. Nigger, coon, jigaboo, wetback, beaner, all that. Alright? Prairie nigger. All that. Alright? Among all nations, whither the Most High Yahweh shall lead thee. Alright? Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. Alright? Etc., etc., etc. Those are the curses. Alright? So, you now get some understanding why this is happening to us and only us. We're the only ones that fit each and every one of them. Now get a load of this. After federal courts ordered the administration to reunite families, 666 children remained without families. Why is that number 666? Wow. Investigators feared they would never see them reunited because the Trump administration had made little effort from the start to track them. Why isn't this happening to Moab, the so-called Chinese immigrants? To Ammon, so-called Japanese? To any of these Eastern European nations, the immigrants? Why is it not happening to Japheth? All right, the Pacific Island nations, Australian, all right, Aborigines, to which I have heard over the years of things, but those are Jake's more than likely. You gotta understand, well, I just read these curses. All right. In fact, let me get the one I skipped over. This is 45. It says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Most High Yahweh thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And here's the point. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever, as a way to identify. Got it? Wow. It says, but now in the waning days of the Trump administration, it turns out all along they had information that could have helped to reunite the children with their parents, but refused to hand it over. Damn devils. In other words, F you. Alright? But yet, didn't they just have a large contingent of so-called Hispanics that voted for this devil? Wow. Continuing on, it says, legal advocates tasked by a federal judge with helping to find migrant families separated at the U.S. border in 2017 and 2018 say that after months of pleas, the government last weekend handed over new data that could be critical to helping them find the families. So we're looking at 3 years. Everyone's been asking whether the Trump administration has been helping to find these families. Not only have they not been helping, but they have been withholding this data forever. Lee Gillard, Deputy Director of the ACLU Immigrants' Rights Project, told NBC News. We have been repeatedly asking the Trump administration for any additional data they might have to help locate the families, and are only getting these new phone numbers and addresses. Congressman Joaquin Castro from Texas says a Human Rights Commission should investigate what happened, even refer prosecutions. Now you know, or have an idea as to why they all that mess that went on during the Bush administration, Bush Jr., about the World Criminal Courts, all right, The Hague, all right, while they were like, well, you know, we're not subject to that, all right. Now you know why they went through all that, which goes to show you that the World Court in The Hague isn't worth even mentioning, really. All right, all this shit is rigged. All right, let me get a few more scriptures and then let's see. All right, because like I say, this devil is being exposed on all levels. This is 2 Thessalonians 2nd chapter. But a lot of you want to, all right, because you envy such people. Hey, this is Isaiah chapter 28, verse 15. It says, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. You know, you so-called Hispanics, primarily that Cuban population down there in Florida, and a lot of you others, you know, you Issacharites down in Texas and the southern, southwestern states, you know, you made that covenant. It says, when the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. All right. So you want it to be, hey, you know, coming to this other one. Why? Like, how many times and how far does this devil have to put his foot up your rear end for you to realize he don't give a... This is Proverbs 3:31. It says, envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. Alright? Wow. I mean, it just boggles the mind when you really think of it. Alright? This is Proverbs 11:21. It says, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Alright? All you to join hand in hand with this devil, alright? Don't be crying and, you know, man. This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 14. It says, and there shall be as a chase roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up, they shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. Because you better believe this devil, and it's being shown as each day passes, he's going to stick to his own. So all those allied with him, guess what? It says, every one that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. You know what that means? They're going to go through your wives. Remember, I just read you the curses. Alright? Man. So I'm going to end it there for time's sake. I had a few more scriptures, but wow. It's like, look at that. It kept them separated. We're talking about as young as babies. Alright? Wow. Probably chipped them too. We've been saying that for a while. Alright, so yeah. What more can you say? You know? Damn. Just wicked. All out wicked. So once again, I hope whoever views this is edified. Hey, that's what we're here for. In hopes of trying to wake up the remaining hopeful elect, alright, of the nation of Israel. So once again, hey, call hello, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, and of course, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, alright, who through the Spirit have taught and continue to teach us, you know, this truth with great humility. So with that, hey, Shalom.